Mr. Aaron, been using words like deception, betrayal. One of your candidates yesterday called Lindsay a liar. How can you, I know we're early days, but how can you turn around at the end of this election campaign and possibly contemplate propping up a minority Liberal government?
This is not about October the 11th or October the 12th. This is about giving hardworking people across Ontario an opportunity to participate in a very important debate. A very important debate about having a cleaner environment, a very important debate about looking after vulnerable children, a very important debate about raising the minimum wage so people can afford to live on it, a very important debate about funding our schools adequately. And that's the debate that I want to take part in. The issues that you're raising now, I'm sure there'll be issues that will be dealt with in October or November or December. But I think the people of Ontario should be entitled to participate in the debate now.
Mr. Hampton, I don't know if this should be directed to Ms. Boga or not, but anxious to know, you said that families like this are facing $5,000 a month in terms of costs. I'm anxious to know if that's in fact what the Aston-Bogas were facing and where they've moved to. If they've had to sell their house, what's their accommodation situation today?
Mrs. Aston-Boga can answer in detail on her specific situation. I can tell you that there are parents across this province who are taking out mortgages on their home. There are parents across this province who are working extra jobs. Nancy Morrison knows many of these parents very well. There are parents across this province who are incredibly desperate, trying to find a way to raise the money to give their children the IBI services that they need if their children are going to develop and progress.
And a number of them, she indicated earlier, are actually candidates. How many candidates like Nancy are there who are parents of autistic children that you're aware of?
I'm the only parent of autistic children. There is, on the NDP roster, there is a sibling. Sorry, there is a sibling of an adult with autism. There is a vice principal that works extensively with children with autism in a specialized school. And there is also a woman who works with adults with autism. She deals with behavioral issues with adults with autism. Those are the ones I've met so far on the NDP roster.
Is she interested in
I think you want to know.
Yes.
Yes, the Aston-Bogas have sold their home.
Yeah, if you had to sell your house and you're living in an apartment now or with family or something?
No, we sold our house in the middle of December.
It was in this area, excuse me, in Richmond Hill?
We moved to Etobicoke.
From Richmond Hill?
No, from downtown Toronto, from Dufferin and Sept, where our home was.
Okay.
And then we moved to Etobicoke. We're close to my sister because I live north house.
And into what sort of
in
housing?
Apartment. In apartment.
So from downtown Toronto to Etobicoke.
We had a big, nice house, but now we're living in a small apartment.
And how many kids do you have?
I have 3 and a small 4.
I'm a little bit confused because you talk about the platform, property tax, tuition freeze, all these things that you plan on doing. You can't talk about the price, what your platform's going to cost. You also can't now lay out details on what you plan on doing for autism. So I'm confused as to why you can't lay out what you're going to do on the day that you do the announcements and why you're making people wait to hear what NDP will do and how much it will cost.
This is a 30-day election campaign.
So people want answers now.
And in the next couple of days, we'll be laying out a detailed plan on the kinds of fiscal arrangements that need to be made to pay for these services. So that's going to be laid out in some detail, so you'll have no trouble dealing with those issues. But for right now, this is about who this election is about.
It's for people right here. And do they know what you plan on doing? I mean, I think it's a fair question. If they don't know what you're doing, the rest of the parents with children with autism.
We've had lengthy discussions with a number of parents who are concerned about this issue. In fact, we've really benefited from their unfortunate experience and their advice in this matter.
Do you know the thing, so if your message so far has been what Mr. McGinty has done wrong, and if you don't follow up with what we're going to do right, and people don't pay attention?
We're going to lay all that out in some detail.
Just not today. So when I tell my story today, and I can't speak for them, when I tell my story today, I'm going to be talking about that you are pushing the issue of autism and what Mr. McGinty's not doing right, but we can't tell you what Mr. Hampton will do because he's not telling us.
Stay tuned.
Well,
In the next few days, I'll be laying out all of those issues in some detail.
Monsieur,
And you can rest assured that we will be addressing the issues of children with autism in a very concerted way, something which the McGinty government has absolutely failed to do over the last 4 years.
au sujet de Nicole Bell, Greg Sauveur, la semaine dernière, a dit que Nicole Bell était mûr pour les libéraux. Et hier, les libéraux ont publié un communiqué de presse disant que John Rodriguez appuyait la candidature du candidat libéral. Est-ce que un commentaire là-dessus?
Je connais Monsieur Rodriguez et je veux parler avec Monsieur Rodriguez. Selon M. Sordera, il y a beaucoup de choses. Selon M. Sordera, le slush fund des libéraux n'existe pas. Alors, je veux parler avec M. Rodriguez et ce que M. Sordera a dit. M. Sordera a dit beaucoup de choses. Merci. Here.
In 2003, Dalton McGinty made a promise to Nancy Morrison, their NDP candidate. His promise was to help all children with autism. We've taken up, now 4 years later, there are still over 1,000 children stuck on the waiting list. We've taken up a collection, and we're asking all Ontario residents to contribute $7.50 to make this wait list go away. Will you please take this money and ensure, if you're elected premier, that you will eliminate the wait list before the end of your mandate?
Not only that, but I'll contribute $7.50. I think every Ontarian would recognize that it's fair and just to contribute $7.50 so that these vulnerable children can have the services they deserve. Thank you for your hard work.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks very much.